So it looks like NVIDIA is planning to offer mainstream and entry-level graphics cards in both the RTX and GTX options. The information comes straight from Video Cards, who report on a new mainstream lineup of GPUs is being created that would be labeled under the GeForce GTX 11 series and coexist with the GeForce RTX 20 series. Now, we have been hearing multiple reports for a while that NVIDIA is soon going to introduce their new GeForce RTX 2060 graphics card, featuring the same Turing TU106 GPU core that is featured in the RTX 2070. The RTX 2060 will feature a slightly cut down core configuration along with 6GB of GDDR6 VRAM, which will run across a 192-bit bus interface. And we're expecting somewhere in the ballpark of 1920 CUDA cores for the card and entry-level ray tracing performance while being near GTX 1070 Ti in terms of overall performance. Now, it is being reported that the GeForce RTX 2060 launches next month. It would be the entry-level Turing RTX option. NVIDIA is allegedly planning to extend their Turing GPUs to the mainstream category, but they would be branded under a different family, which would continue to use the GeForce GTX label. This would be known as the GeForce 11 series and a continuation from the GeForce 10 series Pascal cards. While these cards would be based on the Turing architecture, the ray tracing cores would be non-existent as the performance wouldn't be of a suitable caliber for such a graphics performance, impacting features such as ray tracing itself. Also, we have seen that the ray tracing GPUs are generally more expensive to manufacture on the 12nm process node, as it makes the die bigger than their predecessors, which is something NVIDIA would want to avoid in the sub $250 US graphics category. The first card to be featured in such a lineup would be the GeForce GTX 1160. This card is said to be based on the Turing TU116 GPU, while the GeForce RTX 2060 would be based on the Turing TU106 GPU. If the Turing GPU codenames are true for the 11 series, then a TU11 series GPU may be exclusive to the GeForce 11 series. The more interesting thing is that ExpertView mentions that the GeForce GTX 1160 as the GeForce 1160 Ti. It will be interesting to see what name NVIDIA chooses for their new cards, but early marketing materials posted show that there will only be Turing shaders would be available in the new cards, without a mention of ray tracing. So, at the end of the day, if you could get the performance uplift from the Turing architecture, but without the ray tracing portion, the RT cores, the question would still then be, do you get the tensor cores so that you benefit from, well, DLSS when it becomes more available, or is it just nixed all RTX functions? So, no RT cores, no tensor cores, strictly, well, raster cores. So, would love to hear your thoughts on that. It would make for an interesting card, to say the least, especially for the entry-level market. So this has been Keith with WCCF Tech TV. Make sure that you're subscribed and hit that notification bell so that we don't miss you in the next one.